My name is Gabe Stern. I live in Reno and I cover Nevada for the Associated Press. So Nikki Haley is the only major active candidate still in the primary contest. So Nevada voters are going to have their ballots, and it's going to be Nikki Haley, people like Mike Pence and Tim Scott who have already dropped out. However, there's also going to be a box for none of these candidates, meaning you don't want any of those on the ballot. That could potentially be Haley's biggest challenger because of the amount of Trump supporters in this state. Republican Governor Joe Lombardo said he's going to check this off as well because he endorsed Trump but is still voting in the primary for none of these candidates.
Because we have a closed primary and it will be people who are already registered as Republicans, we know that there's a lot of support for Donald Trump among registered Republicans. It's very likely that none of these candidates would get the most votes.
The reason that Trump is not on this ballot is he's performing 2 days later in the Nevada GOP-run caucus, which is actually tied to Nevada's 26 delegates.
In your state, you have both a primary and you have a caucus. Don't worry about the primary, just do the caucus thing. And we're going to go on to defeat crooked Joe Biden, and we're going to very simply make America great again. Make America great.
So one of the problems that we quickly ran into is because there were states like Colorado and Maine that had taken former President Trump off of their ballot, that as soon as the sample ballot went out for the primary, when Republicans got that sample ballot and did not see Donald Trump's name, they had assumed that the state had taken his name off. And in actuality, he had chosen to file for the caucus instead of the primary because the state Republican Party said you could only participate in one, and obviously if one is how you get delegates, that's the one he wanted to participate in.
If Haley wins the primary, then she essentially gets the media attention of technically winning the primary race here in Nevada, even though it isn't tied to any of Nevada's 26 delegates. Right now, she's the only major active candidate on that ballot, so it's essentially set up for her to win. But if she somehow loses to none of these candidates, that would be incredibly embarrassing for the Haley campaign, even though she hasn't stepped foot here on the campaign trail yet.